All right, founders, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the single most profitable decision you could ever make is to give your core product away for free? Now, I know it sounds completely crazy, but today we're going to dive into a really powerful, super counterintuitive strategy that could totally redefine your business model. It's called the ecosystem economy.
So to really get this, let's kick things off with a fascinating story that just perfectly illustrates the whole concept. It all starts with a billionaire walking into a luxury hotel and making a very, very strange request. You can just imagine the receptionist, right? Totally confused. They're offering him the presidential suite, the one with the incredible city views, but he's just not interested. He specifically asks for their most basic room. So why? Well, his real plan, that doesn't even start until the next morning.
He kicks off his day with a simple $9 coffee from room service.
But he doesn't stop there. He follows that up with a $40 breakfast of fresh fruit and pastries. And then later that afternoon, what does he do? He books a premium $120 spa treatment. So by the time he leaves, his total bill, get this, is actually higher than the cost of that presidential suite he said no to in the first place. And as he's checking out, he lets the receptionist in on the secret. The cheap room? That isn't the real product. It's just the gateway. The real business, where the high margin profit is, it's in all those back-end services he bought once he was inside. Okay, so that's a brilliant principle, right? But how does this free revolution actually play out in the real world? Let's take this idea and apply it to a business that's, on the brink of complete failure and see what happens. So picture this. You've got a gym owner. He's only got 30 members and they're each paying $50 a month. That's just $1,500 in revenue. After you pay rent, utilities, he is barely surviving. And then our billionaire friend walks in and gives him advice that sounds, frankly, insane. Make the membership completely free.
And right here, founders, this is the crucial insight for you. The gym owner, he was totally focused on the wrong thing. He thought he was selling access to the gym. But the billionaire strategy, this whole ecosystem model, it completely flips that on its head. The idea is you eliminate that barrier to entry to attract a massive audience, and then you profit from the high-margin services they buy once they're part of your world.
Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? How do you transform a traditional pricing model into a powerhouse ecosystem like this? Well, the billionaire laid out a simple but honestly revolutionary 3-step playbook. It's pretty simple. First, you eliminate the barrier to entry. In this case, that $50 membership fee, gone. Second, you identify your high-margin back-end services. The personal training, the supplements, the protein shakes, those premium classes. And third, and this is the big one, you stop selling access and you start selling the entire ecosystem that you've built around that free entry point. And just look at the result. By going free, the gym didn't get 30 members, it got over 500. And of those, a huge portion became high-value customers. We're talking 150 signed up for personal training, 100 started buying supplements, and 200 were buying protein shakes every single day. The gym wasn't losing money, it just unlocked this massive new customer base that was eager to spend. But here's the question every single founder is asking right now, right? Did this crazy, radical idea actually work? Let's just look at the numbers. The transformation was, it was staggering. The gym went from making $1,500 a month, barely surviving, to bringing in tens of thousands. This wasn't some small tweak. It was a complete reinvention of the business model. $42,000. In a single month, by shifting the focus from the entry ticket to the ecosystem, the owner didn't just save his business, he secured its future. That right there is the power of this model. This really is the core takeaway for you as a founder. Your primary product might not be where your real profit lies. It might just be the key that unlocks the door to a much larger, more profitable ecosystem of services and all kinds of experiences.
So, the challenge I'm going to leave you with is this. Look at your own business. What is your free membership? What's that low-cost room that gets people in the door? And more importantly, what are your high-margin protein shakes and spa treatments? Go find your ecosystem.